Race to the Top and No Child Left Behind waivers have resulted in a renewed interest in teacher evaluations and federal efforts to improve teacher quality in the United States. As a result, state education agencies across the United States have redesigned teacher evaluations and have embedded components of supervision into these new tools. However, as principals and teachers work to implement these new teacher evaluation systems, the distinction between evaluation and supervision continues to be blurred. School leaders are expected to serve as both evaluators and supervisors. But what is the difference between these two phenomena?
What's interesting is that this has been a topic among scholars for quite some time, and I take a stance with Nolan and Hoover that the two are fundamentally different, that there are different dimensions in which supervision and evaluation differ greatly. I think of supervision as really the pedagogy, as the teaching behind helping teachers grow, and I think of evaluation as gatekeeping. We've done a lot of work together in pre-service teacher supervision, where supervisors have to be both teacher and gatekeeper, and that's really a challenge.
To me, the real question is what's the difference between formative evaluation and summative evaluation? Myself, Carl Glickman, and Javier Ross-Gordon, who have a book out on supervision, make that distinction, with formative evaluation being focused on helping the teacher to improve his or her teaching, whereas summative evaluation is more focused on the management task of deciding whether or not the teacher is meeting expectations. So I see formative evaluation as being a very important part of supervision. If supervision is assistance for the enhancement of teaching and learning, then you need to determine what the needs are of the teacher or the group of teachers.
For me, instructional supervision originated with Morse Kogan and Goldhammer. I think of them as two of the forefathers of instructional supervision. I think of it in terms of how individuals can help teachers develop their own professional learning, and how they can engage in conversations and help teachers be empowered to analyze their own practice and to improve, to help students.
Yeah, I think that the center of supervision is about student learning and school improvement. And so if that's the center, then the goal is really to help support teachers in their professional learning and growth so that they can be the best teachers they can be and support student learning in a way that makes all students successful. I also think about evaluation as really more of a kind of inspection piece too, that when you're going into a teacher's classroom with an evaluative mindset, you're trying to make a decision about, is this teacher competent or not? But when you're going in with supervision lens, you're really, again, about growth and support and development, and how collaboratively you and that teacher can work together to support their learning and then the learning of their students.
As supervision scholars, we continue to debate whether the same person can be both an evaluator and a supervisor. Principals across the United States are not engaging in this discourse, but rather are implementing evaluation systems with the expectations that evaluating teachers trumps the need to build teachers through supervisory feedback. So the discourse must then evolve, and we must question how our school leadership and administration programs preparing future leaders to succeed in the multidimensional world of education. How do school leaders develop the knowledge and skills needed to lead, evaluate, and supervise in ways that lead to improved teacher quality? Perhaps, most importantly, what lessons can we learn from practitioners who balance evaluation and supervision in their daily lives as school leaders?